issues in the news, reaching you live from us, Voice of Liberty newspaper. Alright, without much ado, let's begin with the Voice of Liberty newspaper this morning. On the Voice of Liberty newspaper this morning, the Sunday 14th day in the month of April, we have interesting headlines for you, and as you know, midway into the program, we'll be opening our studio phone lines for you to be a part of the show. Alright, on the Voice of Liberty newspaper this morning, the very bold headline there says, you are political paperweights. You are political paperweights. Matawale slams Northern Elders Forum. You are political paperweights. Matawale slams Northern Elders Forum. Alright, just an insight into that headline. Minister of State for Defense Bello Matawale has launched a sitting attack on the Northern Elders Forum, that is the NEF, for its criticism of the present administration, dismissing the group as a political liability to Northerners, while asserting that it does not represent the region. The bold headline again, Matawale slams Northern Elders Forum. It says, you are political paperweights. PDP neck meeting with a rider. PDP neck meeting with a rider. Tension as Atiku, NAS members, governors, Wike renew battle for party's soul. PDP neck meeting with a rider. Tension as Atiku, NAS members, governors, Wike renew battle for party's soul. Senate probes NNPCL, Nimasa 722 others. Senate probes NNPCL, Nimasa 772 others. Alright, more stories for you on the Voice of Liberty newspaper. Ganduj's probe with a rider. Ganduj's probe with a rider. I am not witch hunting anyone, says Governor Yusuf. I am not witch hunting anyone, says Governor Yusuf. That is on Ganduj's probe. Ganduj's probe with a rider. I am not witch hunting anyone, says Governor Yusuf. CNG initiative with a rider. CNG initiative with a rider. Federal government targets 25,000 jobs and $2.5 billion investment in 3 years. CNG initiative. Federal government targets 25,000 jobs and $2.5 billion investment in 3 years. Let's wrap things up on the Voice of Liberty newspaper. Budget pardon with a rider. Budget pardon with a rider. CSO threatens mass protests against Akpabio. Budget pardon with a rider. CSO threatens mass protests against Akpabio. Let's unite to make Nigerian greater. Tinubu tells governors and NAS leadership. Let's unite to make Nigeria greater. Tinubu tells governors and National Assembly leadership. Alright, we'll leave it there. Let's move to the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper this morning, today, being 14th day in the month of April. Let's see what we have on the Nation newspaper for you. On the Nation newspaper this morning, it says the federal government to redirect electricity subsidy savings to improve power supply and social services, says the minister. Federal government to redirect electricity subsidy savings to improve power supply and Social Services, says Minister. Let's see if we can get an insight into the story. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, said that over 2 trillion naira that would be saved from the withdrawal of electricity subsidy will be retrieved also, and to improve power supply and provision of social services in the country. Yeah, Mr. Idris, the minister, made this statement in an exclusive interview yesterday in Abuja, and the story goes on. It says once again, the bold headline: federal government to redirect electricity subsidy savings to improve power supply and social services, says the minister. Okay, that's a good one there. If I must comment, if that is what that subsidy removal savings will be used for, then it's a good idea. But I would still like to get your thoughts at the appropriate time. Do you agree? Do you think so? Northern Elders Forum, political burden to region, says Matawale. We're taking stories on the Nation newspaper. Northern Elders Forum, a political burden to the region, says Matawale. All right, let's take more stories. Plateau with a rider, 10 killed in fresh attack on Boko's community. Plateau with a rider, 10 killed in fresh attack on Boko's community. Sad one there. Sad one there. Gunmen struck again in a Boko community on Friday night, killing no fewer than 10 persons. Pick up the Nation newspaper and get insight into this fresh attack in Boko's community, Plateau State, where 10 people, no fewer than 10 people, has been said to be killed in a fresh attack in that community. Still staying with security matters, suspected cultist dies in an aftermath of Lagos clash. Suspected cultist dies in an aftermath of Lagos clash. It says here that a 25-year-old suspected cultist has been said to have died after a clash with police in Lagos State. This information is reaching the Nation newspaper from the police spokesman in Lagos yesterday. All right, we'll leave it at that. The bold headline again: suspected cultists die in an aftermath of Lagos clash. That is a clash between the cultists and the police officers in Lagos yesterday. Pick up the Nation newspaper and get more insight into the story. 23 inmates bag varsity degrees at Enugu Custodial Center. Chairing one there. 23 inmates bag varsity degrees at Enugu Custodial Center. Pick up the Nation newspaper and get more insight into that story. 7 drowned in Lagos Beach and hotel pools. 7 drowned in Lagos Beach hotel pools. And on that sad note, we call it a wrap on the Nation newspaper. Let's take more stories for you. Let's go to the Guardian newspaper. Guardian newspaper, we have interesting headlines for you today on the Guardian newspaper. Vaccination, most effective method of preventing meningitis, says experts. On the Guardian newspaper there, the first headline we are bringing to you: vaccination, most effective method of preventing meningitis, says experts. Let's take a peep into this headline. Health experts have noted that vaccination is sacrosanct if the battle against epidemics of meningitis is to be achieved. Others include avoidance of close contact with cases of meningitis, overcrowded places, and limitation of travels to areas where cases of the disease and other preventable strategies. However, Nigeria Center for Disease Control and CDC and Preventions recently noted that the center is responding to disease outbreak of meningitis, which recorded 507 cases and 63 deaths in 19 states. Also, the Director General, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, and Preventions, and the former Commissioner of Health, Lagos State, Dr. Jide Idris, said the NCDC, with the support of partners, continues to work with affected states to improve surveillance, given the under-reporting of cases, and execute strategic prevention and control activities in a bid to strengthen preparedness, detection, and response to meningitis outbreak. The bold headline again: vaccination, most effective method of preventing meningitis, says experts. Like they say, prevention is better than cure. So that is an interesting one there. Let's take more stories on the Guardian newspaper. Nigeria's debt servicing may rise by 48.38% as budget faces distortions. Nigeria's debt servicing may rise by 48.38% as budget faces distortions. Budget faces distortions. An insight into this headline, it says that the cost of projects to skyrocket amid inflation. CBN must deepen trust for its policies to gain roots, says Abubakar. More insight. So despite the appreciation in the value of the naira against the dollar lately, the provision for debt financing as well as debt servicing and sinking fund required to service Nigeria's debts in 2024 may rise by 48.38%, raising inflation and depreciation of the naira to slightly above 1,000 naira to the dollar may pose an implementation challenge to the 2024 Appropriation Act. The 2024 Appropriation Act was predicted on the 800 naira exchange rate. Let's get more insight. In the 2024 budget, there is a provision for the debt service sinking fund. A sinking fund is an account containing money set aside to pay off a debt or bond. Sinking funds may also help to pay off debts at maturing or assist in buying back bonds on the spot market. The bold headline again: Nigeria's debt servicing may rise by 48.38% as budget faces distortions. Alright, more stories for you on the Guardian newspaper. Why Nigeria must utilize 200 TCF as gas for economic growth, says the NNPC boss. While Nigeria must utilize 200 TCF of gas for economic growth, says the NNPC boss. Let's get an insight into this headline. So Nigeria needs to leverage on the 200 trillion cubic feet of gas resource for sustainable development, energy security, and job creation. The group chief executive officer, that is the GCEO of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPC, Mele Kyari has said. Kyari, who reiterated the crucial role of natural gas in fueling economic growth and industrial development in Nigeria, he added that the nation has the potential to reach 600 TCF of gas reserve. The story goes on. You may want to read that up and get more insight for yourself on the Guardian newspaper. The bold headline once again: why Nigeria must utilize 200 TCF of gas for economic growth, says the NNPC boss. More stories for you on the Guardian newspaper. Federal government earmarks 1.5 billion naira to support indigent cancer care. Federal government earmarks 1.5 billion naira to support indigent cancer care. Says here that the federal government has set aside 1.5 billion naira to support indigent Nigerians, including children battling with cancer, to ensure that they get special care. Out of the amount, the sum of 1 billion naira is meant for adult cancer care, while 500 million is meant to boost the fight against childhood cancer. Already a committee has been set up by the federal government to implement the Cancer Health Care Fund, that is the CHF. Also, the committee, which comprises experts, is expected to thoroughly assess the deployment, eligibility, accessibility, visibility, and transparency of the fund, which is now domiciled in the National Institute for Cancer Research and Treatment, the NICRAT. The bold headline again: federal government earmarks 1.5 billion naira to support indigent cancer care. Beautiful development there. Nigeria struggles to find buyers for over 30 million barrels of crude oil. Nigeria struggles to find buyers for over 30 million barrels of crude oil. An interesting headline here. Federal government, Nigeria struggles rather to find buyers for over 30 million barrels of crude oil. How is that so? Isn't that interesting? We'd like to get your thoughts on these issues as we are raising them. Let's get an insight into this headline. It says that Nigeria may struggle to find buyers for its crude oil, as about 30 out of 53 cargoes loading for May are stranded. This is coming despite low production currently being experienced in the country, as Angola has overtaken Nigeria as the leading crude oil producer, and Bloomberg data showed that the unsold cargoes could be above 30 million barrels. While Nigeria's grade of crude oil is one of the best in the world, refinery maintenance and serious competition are reportedly frustrating the market for Nigeria. The bold headline again: Nigeria struggles to find buyers for over 30 million barrels of crude oil. Lastly, on the Guardian newspaper, Nathaniel's new 48.29 lifetime best thrills Amike. Nathaniel's new 48.29 lifetime best thrills Amike. That's on sports. But let's get an insight into that headline. It says here that former Nigeria track and field star Olympian Henry Amike believes that Nathaniel Ezekiel has proved he has the talent to make history as the first Nigerian man to run inside 48 seconds in the 400-meter hurdles. Nathaniel ran a new 48.29 lifetime best at the 2024 Tom Jones Memorial Invitational on the Passy Bird track at the James G. Presley Stadium in Florida on Friday evening to break the 48.42 Nigerian record he has set almost 2 years ago at the Big 12 Championships in Lubbock, Texas. With that achievement, Nathaniel has moved to number 13 on the African all-time list and could become the first Nigerian to break 48 seconds in that event. The headline again, the bold headline there again, Nathaniel's new 48.29 lifetime best thrills Amike. Alright, we'll leave it there for the Guardian newspaper. Let's take more stories for you on the Leadership newspaper. We'll take stories now on the Leadership newspaper. The Leadership newspaper, MBN project brings made by Nigerian fair to Kaduna. And the MBN project brings made by Nigerians fair to Kaduna. NAFDAC shuts popular Ibadan supermarket over alleged sale of fake product. NAFDAC shuts popular Ibadan supermarket over alleged sale of fake products. The popular supermarket is called Pinnacle. NAFDAC shuts a popular Ibadan supermarket called Pinnacle over alleged sale of fake products. Alright, more stories for you on the Leadership newspaper. It says here, just in with a rider, gunmen attack ex-governor Otom's chief of staff, abduct wife and housemaid. Gunmen attack ex-governor Otom's chief of staff, abduct his wife and housemaid. The Benue State Police Command has confirmed an attack on Tewasi Obunde, the former chief of staff to the immediate past governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom, by armed men who took away his wife and house help. Sad one there. Gunmen attack ex-governor Otom's chief of staff, abduct wife and housemaid. More stories for you on the Leadership newspaper. New electricity tariff with a rider. New electricity tariff with a rider. Ikeja Electricity unveils consumers under Band A category in Lagos. New electricity tariff with a rider. It says here that Ikeja Electricity unveils consumers under Band A category in Lagos. Right, just an insight into this headline is against the backdrop of the new electricity tariff approved by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission (NEC). The Ikeja Electricity Distribution Company in Ikeja has released data showing 41 areas under its network that are categorized under Band A in Lagos. Right, this information I don't know, but I hope it's important for those of you that are interested in this area. So electricity tariff, Ikeja electric units. Electric unveils consumers under the Band A category. So pick up the Leadership newspaper and get to see those areas, the 41 areas under the Band A consumers in Ikeja, Lagos. Edo poll with a rider. LP Guba candidates Akpata, Uniben SUG Tango over attack. Edo poll with a rider. LP Guba candidates Akpata, Uniben SUG Tango over attack. Let's get an insight into the story. It says just below the picture there, the governorship candidate of the Labour Party, Barrister Olumide Akpata, yesterday accused an unnamed senior government official of the Edo state government to have masterminded an attack on him on Friday afternoon at the University of Benin. The Labour Party governorship hopeful was a guest at an interactive session organized by the University of Benin Staff Club, but the event was violently interrupted, which caused a pandemonium within the school premises. The bold headline there again, Edo poll with a rider, LP, that is the Labour Party Guber candidates, Akpata and Uniben SUG Tango over attack. All right, we'll leave it there. But you may wish to pick up the leadership newspaper and get more insight into this story. ASP to promote responsible advertising in Nigeria. ASP to promote responsible advertising in Nigeria. The Advertising Standard Panel, that is the ASP, is set to promote responsible advertising in Nigeria through its stakeholders forum scheduled for Thursday, April 25th, 2024. ASP is a statutory organ of the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ARCON, A-R-C-O-N. The information is there. You can pick up the leadership newspaper and get more insight into this headline. ASP to promote responsible advertising in Nigeria. All right, we will leave it at this point. We'll be taking one more newspaper, the Daily Trust, but that will be after we come back from a short break. Don't go anywhere. Issues in the news. We'll be right back after this break, and we'll also be opening our phone lines for you to be part of the show whilst we take stories on the Daily Trust newspaper. But all that will be after the break. Please stay.
That gives civil rights and justice for all. Nigerian voices will be heard. We are the voice for the people. We bring you news, entertainment, foreign affairs and politics. Station you can trust with numerous awards. The #1 for Nigeria. house of your choice. Voice for all, liberty, liberty. TV and radio, bilingual news platform. We are the voice for all. You see, Liberty is a station that we love so much. I would like to acknowledge the people who give it the best of the best. Under the able and dynamic Dr. Ahmed Tijani Ramalan, the station's executive chairman. Much love. Salute. Issues in the news, can it be true? Voice for all. Liberty World News, Obodo Naija. Voice for all. Guest of the week, democracy in practice. Voice for all. Truba Democratia. Voice for all. Spotlight, Health Matter. Voice for all. Gamzati Magazine Program. Voice for all. Labari Duniya. Voice for all. Movies and documentaries. Voice for all. We have numerous programs, but this is how far we can go. You can watch and listen to us online all over the world. Hey, with numerous awards, the #1 for Nigeria. Indigenous, bilingual news platform. Straight from the north with national flavor. Liberty, TV and radio, broadcast house of your choice. Voice for all. Liberty, liberty. TV and radio, bilingual news platform.
It's good to know you are still there. The program is Issues in the News, reaching you live from our studios here in Abuja, Liberty Television and Liberty Radio. It is now time for you to be a part of the program where you call in and we get your thoughts, your contribution, questions, comments on any of the stories that resonate with you. We will still take headlines on the Daily Trust newspaper if time will permit us. Our phone lines are already bustling with calls. Our regular callers are already calling, but for those of you that just joined us today, those of you listening to us today for the first time, the phone numbers to be a part of the show are 070-675-25775 and 080-309-56375. Let's get your thoughts on these issues. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir. Please be a little bit audible. Okay, Nasru from Zamfara. Oh, thank you.
Ariwa Forum and Ariwa Forum and former governor of the Minister of the State Development.
Yes.
Who was as a result of forum were saying that the 2007 were going to vote Bola.
Yes.
While Matawali was saying that anyone that doesn't see anything good interested in that person is blind.
Yes.
So my take on this is that both of them doesn't have any issue to say that what we are going to vote, because none of them have our own opinion, and we are the one having our own vote, and our wish is our command. Therefore, whenever we receive from the government, that's what we decide who are we going to vote. We have our own vote, and I know that people accurately work as a company without anything to what you vote, what's going to be announced. Therefore, that
Okay. Please be audible. Be more audible. Nasir, be more audible.
Well, the issue of crude oil in Nigeria now is becoming challenge across Africa. So I'm calling on Dangote, because as a result of his refinery, to let him be refining our crude oil so that to avoid all this kind of international safeguard and help Nigeria in this sector. So that's my contribution for today.
Thank you.
That's one away from the book.
Thank you, Nasiru. Thank you, all the way from Zamfara, our very first caller on the program. Though we could hardly hear you, I hope that maybe next time we'll get you clearly. But he talked about the issue in Zamfara State that Nigerians are watching, so nobody should tell us who to vote for come 2027. We are watching, we are seeing what our leaders are doing, and it is our exclusive right to revote or vote somebody else again or pick somebody else come 2027 based on how we have been able to assess them. So, and then he also talked about the issue of crude oil that Dangote should try to help. You know, one time somebody asked this Dangote Nigeria. Dangote is an individual, so we shouldn't, you know, you should just be supporting and not be like our last hope. But I mean, he's a Nigerian, so he can come in if there is need. Do you agree? Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, sir. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
I'm calling from
Okay, please, we can hear you, so you can turn down the volume on your TV or radio set and let's talk. Yeah, tell us your name and go ahead. Please, just a reminder, when you call us and your call, we have received your call, just quickly turn down the volume on your radio or your TV sets, and then go ahead and talk with us. If you're listening to us on the TV or radio and talking to us at the same time, we will not get you clearly. Please take note of that. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
This is Sandy calling from, sir.
Osini, thank you for joining us. Please go ahead.
My contribution goes like this. The Minister of Information said that because of the electricity from Band A, on Band A is to get money to improve the electricity.
Yes.
What we're saying is that we are not, Nigerians are not arguing about that. But the issue is that why would we increment up to 300%? If they consider those communities that they are rating it, how do they rate people on their figures? In the community where they are raising up to that 225% per unit, there are poor people, Nigerians that are even trying to sustain their lives there. Automatically, are they telling those people that they should not buy power? How can you buy power about 2 units for 1,000 naira? And how the kind of meters we have now, you can easily consume even 10 units a day? How? How justification is that? They are now telling them that Band A is for about 1.5 million Nigerians. That's a lie. It only works in the television and all those things. There are some poor communities that are on Band A. The distribution company, they don't rate those very well. They are not segmented accordingly. So that particular information that they are giving them is true, it's not true. They should take a very serious review of that. They should sit down and follow it. You see, the same thing they do to fuel subsidy. After removing the fuel subsidy, so many Nigerians, today they are telling us that if there is no development, all the money are being shared to the state government. If there is no development, we should go back and hold the state government accountable. Why? Those people are collecting money, you are suffering Nigerians, gathering the money in the bank, the national account, sharing it to governors are looting it. So that's the well up to us. So it's about 300 naira.
Thank you,
So
Seni.
why should you go ahead and subsidize the fuel? I remove the subsidy.
On
The
electricity.
same thing, you will now remove the subsidy on electricity, gather money for some people, and later you will come and tell us that we should meet Jonko or we should meet the distribution company. The phone is from them. Why? Look at manufacturers who are supposed to have controlled the system. They don't have people control on the system entirely.
Thank you, Seni.
Realization of electricity facilities.
Thank you,
Chinese
Seni.
people are going to Nigeria.
Thank you,
All the
Seni.
cables, the Chinese people that are fertilizing it, passing it to Ogun, recycling it, construct it again, and send it to Nigeria.
Thank you, Seni. Your point is
So
noted.
you don't have any places to tell people, giving people hope, it will be good, it will be that, and you people increasing hardship on Nigerians.
Thank you, Seni.
All the Chinese that are being sent into this country, they are just prisoners. Released from China, came to Nigeria, they are destroying our economy.
Thank you, Seni. Thank you. Thank you, Seni. Thank you, Useni, and your point is gotten. Yes, we just need to make way for others to be a part of the program. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my sister.
Good morning, sir.
How are you? My name is A.A. Doctor calling from Kaduna.
Thank you, AA Doctor. How is Kaduna, sir?
Kaduna is fine, wonderful.
Thank
Good
you.
weather.
Thank you for joining us. Please go
Let me
ahead.
go straight to Matawale's statement that northern elders are politically paperweight.
Yes.
Yes, he has said the right thing because it's like the northern elders doesn't know their problem. Because their primary problem is this Almajiri saga. How can somebody who has no 10,000 naira of his own marry 4 wives, give birth to about 30 to 40 children, send all of them to Almajiri school? If you come to Kaduna, more than 1 million Almajiris from the ages of 5 to 13 walking around on the street without slippers. Nothing, they did not bath, they did not bath their head. In fact, you pity them during this Salah. All the people that are responsible, who hold their children within their houses, feed them, send them to Islamia, send them to this Western education school, educated them, carry them to hospital if they are sick. They are well dressed. But the Almajiris are walking on the street in the name of Islamic knowledge, which is a lie. In Quran, God said, all parents are shepherds. I have given you this place, that is, I have given you these children to take care of them. And on the day of judgment, you will explain how you take care of these your children. Because the responsibility of taking care of all those children is on the parent. That is the father, primarily. You have to leave him to give your child house to sleep. You have to give your child food. You have to give your child education. You have to buy dress for him. You have to take him to hospital when he's sick. You now just give back and send him out for public to feed him for you. And some elite, all these elite that are making noise, they are watching all these people dodging their responsibility. On the day of judgment, the parent of those Almajiris and the elders, so-called elders, will explain to God why do they dodge their responsibility. If you cannot take care of your family, don't born. It is not by force. Our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, if you cannot marry, if you have nothing to marry, engage yourself on fasting. When you are fasting, God will give you reward and you will be abstain from the sin. But you don't just go and marry because you want to marry and then send the children on the street just in the name of Islamic something. And on this Minister of Information, who said they have increased electric tariff just to take it, to use the savings and do social amenities.
Yes.
I didn't understand this system. How will you cut off Finance minister is from the north. Yet, we only read these kidnappers and banditry. What are the northern elders? These northern elders are the one holding all these ministerial posts, but not integrated, but die, destroyed, and that them. Now, because people refuse to give them what they want, they are making noise. My sister, we are solidly behind Tinubu. It's better than this nonsense elders forum. We don't like them, we hate them. They are wasted. They are nothing. In fact, they have no political fund. They cannot even stand a minute, councillorship, some seat. They will never win. Even their family don't like them. They only know themselves, and they are the tyrants. Thank you very much.
Thank you, AA Doctor. Calling all the way from Kaduna. Your point have been heard, and just a quick reminder as well, when you call us, please remember to keep your thoughts and your opinion as civil as possible. We do not take responsibility for any of your comments. Hello.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning, sir. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Comrade Anachi, calling from the main Kedi, Kedi State.
Okay, comrade who?
Anachi.
Anachi. Anachi.
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead, sir. Thank you for joining us. Is it your first
Yes,
time?
I want to comment to the person inside of Labari, who is Minister of Defense.
Yes.
State Minister of Defense. He said that Northern Elders Forum is according to Northerners.
Yes. So he said.
Yes, it's quite okay according to Northerners, because they failed to do the needful. The elders failed to do the needful. Where are the elders? Who are the elders?
Yes.
Already the Erufai of Kaduna told us that there is no elder in the north. And I quite agree with him. Because the security of the north was compromised by those so-called elders. Okay? The other activities like social activities and economic activities have been removed. Who among the elders have said anything? So there is no elders. So I quite agree with his position that politically the Northern Elders Forum they become a burden. They are just a barking dog that cannot bite. Where are they? When the security aspect of Northerners was compromised, where are they? One other reason, they are forming security agencies like Amotokun. Where are they? They are not able to even form one team, one security agencies. They created division among the Northerners. So it's quite unfortunate, honestly.
Thank you.
Then the next issue is the issue of tariff. They have increased tariff. They say they want to save the what do you call it?
Yes, the proceeds.
The palliative.
Yes.
Not the subsidy.
Yes.
If you look at that subsidy of petroleum, it's only increasing in shares. Not in shares, in allocating money through federation account to state
Governors, that's right.
But our welfare of Nigerian citizens decreased tremendously. That means the subsidy is not in use. So I'm begging the federal government not to remove the subsidy in electricity, because it will follow the same suit with subsidy in petroleum.
Thank you.
May God continue to bless our country.
Thank you, Comrade Anna Che from Kaduna. Thank you for your contribution on the program. We are already out of time on the show this morning. All right. Hello, good morning.
Hello, this is Hussein from Just Again.
Okay, please, in 30 seconds, let's get your thoughts.
Yes, you see, the issue that you cut me off.
Yes.
The issue that I was trying to emphasize on is very, very important and it's very germane.
Okay.
It's germane because when you look at it, why should we go ahead and keep suffering then for goodness sake in a country like this? We keep piling on money for some few people, about 36 people to pack and be diverting it. The government should look into that. Number two, the issue of crisis on the plateau, the attack on the plateau. You see, the one should know, and most especially Nigeria in particular, that this issue is not a plateau issue alone. This is a family season. Where on Friday, the governor has been making tremendous effort to send those people back to their farmland, to their occupied land, to the land that they have chased them away with a claim that is either farmer clashes, which is not true, so that they can now go back and farm. You know, plateau between Pocos and Mangu alone can even keep Nigeria properly annexed resources in that place. Because they have vast farmers land. They farm all the maize that they pack from here to Niger and Chad because of our foreign border. Now the government is saying that they should go back and settle those people that are from IDP camps so that those people can farm this season so that we have sufficient food.
Thank you,
they now went and start making attacks there. Who is sponsoring those people?
Thank you, Husseini.
Sponsoring those people.
Thank you, Husseini. We'll continue this conversation tomorrow, same time. We are already out of time. Thank you, Husseini.
So this is how by next year you realize that the farming, people are not farming. We are in shortage of food. Food crisis is all here and there.
Thank
and
you.
we now come back and say we need food, we need this. We have the farmland here to do it.
Thank you, Husseini.
From religious crisis and other things, we don't know who are sponsoring those people. They will send those people, take their land, you will see them.
Thank you, Husseini.
Houses there, and they will begin to mine in those areas instead of farming.
Thank you, Husseini. So, thank you, Husseini. We have to let you go. We are already out of time.